Lunchtime for daycare.
To Bronwyn Fulton, Safi is more than an extravagance. She's her family.
Hey, little one, want some chicken? You going to help Mum in the kitchen?
Nothing's too good for Safi, a Murray River retriever who gets a packed lunch on the 2 days a week she goes to Doggy Daycare.
When you're on your own, it is really important to have some companionship, but I really got lucky with Saf. Beautiful dog.
Bronwyn spends a little over $100 a week keeping Safi amused while she's in the office.
You going to sit for me? Oh, what a good girl.
A leg injury prevents her from walking Safi as much as she'd like, so daycare is a welcome respite.
She's exercised and she's having a good time, which is great. The days I'm at home and she's with me, it's a bit boring for her, really.
Bronwyn is one of the thousands of pet owners across the country who fork out for Doggy Daycare, even in the midst of a cost of living crisis.
We have had dogs that come in 5 days a week, but typically it'll be 1 to 3 times a week.
Tori Burke works at Diggity Doggy Daycare, which runs 5 centres across Australia.
Sit. Yeah, sit, Smokey. Smokey, sit.
They've seen business increase by around 35% a year. On average, owners spend $109 a week.
It doesn't surprise me at all because people are just becoming so much more in tune to what their animals need.
At $50 to $60 a day, it's around half the price charged for human children.
He's like my child. He's my baby, and he gets treated like a baby. He's not trained too well, but...
Annie Liu is the proud mother of Bear.
If he's with me the full week, he goes 5 days, but if he's at Grandma's house, he goes 2-3 days a week, depending on when he's there. Sit, up, up, up. I couldn't leave him at home for hours on end when I'm working full time. It's just not fair on him, and I feel so guilty about it because he's such a social and energetic dog.
Annie gets updates throughout the day.
I love seeing pictures of him. I'm obsessed with him. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, and he's always smiling in the photos, and he looks so happy.
Some of these dogs come from apartments or relatively small terraces or units. And the owners want to bring them out and give them an adventure at least once a week or more frequently.
David Ellis runs 3 doggy daycare and kennel services in Melbourne.
We actually had to cut back on daycare. We had to reduce it simply because it was more demand than we can handle.
He's also seen signs that some pet owners are putting their dogs before their own well-being.
Aware of people who really are making sacrifices to send their dogs on a regular basis.
Shake, good boy, up. My world revolves around him. I don't even think about it. He's just so happy there. He's so content there. Just nothing compares. Up, good boy.
What a star, what a star. This makes complete sense.
Yeah, I used to have a dog. My wife and I had a dog, and dog's all fine. Don't worry about it. I know that's made it sound even worse.
Wait, what have you done?
What did you do to the dog, Nick Cody?
It's up in Queensland with my auntie and uncle, which is not the new way of saying gone to a farm. No.
I'm in Queensland. What happened to the dog?
My wife and I would go to work, and we had to put the dog in a doggy daycare because, unlike that lady, we had an actual one. We had a staffy.
Oh.
And say it was $100 a day. Say it was $100 a day. That is less than the amount of damage the staffy would have done in the rental.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it make financial sense.
Yeah.
You can't just leave a staffy in a house
Can I
all day.
say, before you even told me what sort of dog you had, I would have guessed staffy.
Yeah.
You've just got big staffy energy.
Has this not covered up the neck tats?
Yeah.
They're the best dogs.
They're the best dogs. They're the best dogs. Well,